How's it going, everyone? It's Artifact, back from Poland last night, and today I've created a little square noisy wave bass in Vital for you guys to enjoy. Let's play in some of the sound. So it's a super simple patch today. By the way, guys, I have a new product on my website, which is limited edition Artifact caps. They are embroidered with my logo, adjustable in size. If you order one, I'll even throw in some extra goodies. So for this bass today, there's a couple of cool things you can do to really get a nice blend and some nice harmonics out of your sound. And we're just using very, very simple wavetables today. So we're gonna go for the square wave to begin with here. Let's turn off all of our Michael Bays and then we'll go through them at the end. But firstly, we'll start off with a basic shapes square wave. And we've just detuned it a little bit with two voices here, so we have a bit of movement in the sound already. And then we're going to modulate in some white noise into the square wave. So all we do is turn on the white noise sample here, and then frequency modulate from sample. And then we can just blend it to taste. Around this 15%, it starts to get quite nice. And then when we mix the level of the white noise as well, so we have quite a nice balance there. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on a sine wave underneath. So if we just go here to our sine wave from the basic shapes again, we can't really hear it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the sync mode, and we're going to use this to generate these extra low mid-range harmonics, which are going to like beef up the low end of the sound. And all we're going to do is we're going to just morph the sync to a particular level where it starts to sort of just get that sweet spot and bring out the bass. There's a few different points you could use here where it sort of sounds good in your track. I really like this sync mode at about 75% here, so I'm going to stick with that. And now let's go over to Michael Bay's effects, and we're going to just put on a bit of chorusing here at a very fast rate, just to give a bit of extra width. And what I've also done is I've turned up the cutoff and turned down the spread a little bit, so we're just sort of chorusing the high part of the sound. Next thing we're going to do is add a compressor, and just kind of just brings the sound together a little bit more. Tweaked the release slightly, this sort of high frequency band, just to make sure we're getting that fizz coming out of the sound. Then what we're going to do to add a little bit more stereo width and a tiny little tail is going to mix in a tiny bit of delay. And I've got 1/16 on triplets here, and then 1/32. And if I turn it up, just creates this ping pong left and right delay, and just by having a very, very small amount, we get a little bit of extra stereo width, and at the end of the sound there's a little bit more of a tail, like Sonic and the Hedgehog tails. I'm jokes. Right. Next thing we're gonna do is add on like a tiny touch of reverb, 4% or so, just for that natural tail at the end. And the reason why I'm doing it so little as well is because when I rag it through the distortion at the end, all these little differences are going to come up in volume quite a lot. So let's rag it through some soft clipping distortion. And at this point we've got our kind of fully square wave noised bass, which kind of really cuts through the mix in like most songs. That's a little tip for you guys today. I hope you found it very helpful, and I'll be back with some more sound design stuff tomorrow. Peace.